Hey beauties, and welcome back to I Am Beautiful Hustler TV. Today I'll be doing a curly lace bob installation, and today's hair was provided by Geniuswigs. Now this is a HD lace wig. It is like about a 14-inch. It already came pre-plucked. If I'm not mistaken, the knots were pre-bleached, but I did go ahead and re-bleach them a little bit more because I wanted to be a more of a higher bleach tone. That way it can be very natural, and the knots will be very invisible. That way it will give me the best results. Now today I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into installing this wig today, and I will be using my little 3-section technique to lay down my wig, and of course I will be using that BioSilk holding spray to secure my lace. And as far as styling today, I will do like not really a part, but like a comb over type of thing, and somewhat asymmetrical, but not too deep into it. But I also showed you guys, like at the end of this video, you will see a different style that I styled my wig after doing the style that I did in this tutorial here. So you guys will see like two styles I wore, you know, two different styles that I wore this wig in, and you know, the full installation video of it. Now I did create baby hairs in this installation, but because it's really hard for me to do baby hairs like on camera, I did not do the baby hairs on camera. I did it off camera, and that way I was more, you know, I was able to be a little more creative with my baby hairs. So you guys could just, you know, stay tuned for this tutorial to see how this video comes out, and to see like the finishing results of how I did my baby hairs, which you also seen briefly in the beginning of this video as well. But moreover, as you can see, this lace is very like transparent, like you don't even see the lace already, and I haven't even completely tacked down my wig like at all. So a great quality about this wig is that lace is very thin. And also I did not, as I mentioned, have to pluck this wig at all. Like pretty much how you see the natural scalp realness of this wig is how this wig already came. And it actually came like pre-parted with the part already on the side and everything like that. So I really could have just took it out of the box and installed it on myself. But as I mentioned, I did want to bleach the knots a little bit more, and that's when I decided to just, you know, do that whole process and then install the wig. But I'm just going to take that BioSilk and, you know, apply my wig on every section, with every section piece by piece with that BioSilk. And then I'm going to go in with that Nairobi's mousse and just apply that mousse all over my hairline, and then tie it down with that elastic band so it can dry. Then I will show you guys what it looks like after removing a band, and then go off camera to do my baby hairs and tie that hairline down. I will tie that hairline down once again, spraying it with that BioSilk, and then you guys will actually see like the finishing touches of the first look that I did with this installation. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back. So now that I went ahead and, you know, used the mousse on my hairline and tied it down, I'm just going to go ahead and remove that elastic band so you guys can see what the hairline looks like before I actually go create my baby hairs and everything like that. But first, before I do my baby hairs, I am just going to comb that mousse on out so the hair is nice and soft and, you know, very natural looking. And then I'm going to proceed to just comb my hair all the way over. At first I was going to do like a side part, but then I changed my mind and decided to just do like really no part at all. So I'm just going to continue to comb that hair out, and as you can see, the more I comb it, the softer it begins to look. And I'm just going to go ahead and section off the hairs out of the front where I will use, like what I would use for the baby hairs. So I'm just going to part that layer out, and I did, pull hair from like the center of my forehead all the way down, and like I mentioned, those will be used for the baby hairs. So I will do that off camera as mentioned previously, because it's so hard for me to do these on camera, and I really wanted to get creative with my baby hairs. And I did use that She Is Bomb Collection all-in-one slate gel to do my baby hairs. But before I even get into that, I'm just going to take my BioSilk and spray the hair and comb it the direction that I want it to fall over. And I'm just going to do that and also blow dry it a little bit, to give it that nice little freeze. And also going with some mousse to get the curls popping and defined. As I mentioned before, if you still want your curls to be popping all day with that wet look, but for the hair to be dry, you can use that mousse, or you can use that, what is it called, guys? I just totally had a brain freeze. You can use that silicone mix to get those curls like that as well, which I will do that video shortly when I take my trip to the hair store to get more supplies. But one thing I did notice while doing this tutorial, usually, guys, I don't do the ball cap method when I'm doing my glueless wigs. And I kind of seen like the start of like that stocking cap. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I know I definitely can. So once I finish molding the hair how I wanted it to fall, I did go in with some black spray and just fill in that area where I can see that cap, just to make it a little more fuller. And I kind of disguised like my whole cap, showing and everything like that. So that's just a quick little trick. If you ever have this issue, if you don't do the ball cap method and you do see that little cap. But now it's time for me to cut the baby hairs down, and I decided, like I said, to do it off camera. So I just skipped over that part, and I'm just going in with my razor comb. And I'm not really chopping this bob up today. I just wanted this side to just be slightly shorter. So I did go with my going with my razor comb and just razor that on down, and just kind of did like a feel and everything in the back of my head to just make sure everything was even. But as I mentioned, I did go do those baby hairs off camera and use that BioSilk and tie my baby hairs down. And this is pretty much what I came up with. I try to be a little more creative with my baby hairs today instead of just a regular little swoopy swoop. So you guys can see how I kind of like went in, even with like the baby hairs coming towards the front and everything like that. And I'm going to go in some more with some mousse and just really get those curls calm, defined, but popping, of course. And you guys know I do not baby hair my whole head, because it's just really like no point, in my opinion, especially when I know I'm going to wear it like a certain way. But like I said, I did do 2 different looks with this hair. So later on that night, I did do like a top ponytail with the 2 bangs, and I end up, doing my baby hairs on the other side, and cutting the other side the same length as the side that I kind of raised it down a little bit. But however, right now I'm just like fluffing that hair out, trying to give it some volume. I don't want it to be like thin and wet. I still want it to have like that full fluffy look. So I just, play in the curls a little bit until I get it how I want it. But that's pretty much it. I went ahead and, did my little Snapchat filter because it was so cute. And I had put on me some bottom lashes and got it popping. And here's the second look that I did. But, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And thank you guys for tuning in.